People over 60 often ask me, how do I keep my strength and build muscle naturally without going crazy with supplements or eating things I don't even like sardines? And my answer always makes them smile. You don't need to choke down sardines to stay strong. What you do need is smart, simple nutrition that fuels your body the right way. Once you hit 60, your body doesn't lose its potential. It just needs a bit more care. Muscle is your armor. It keeps you mobile, strong, and independent. But as we age, the body becomes less efficient at building and maintaining it. So if you want to stay active, confident, and energetic, it's time to feed those muscles right. Most people over 60 don't even realize that the reason they feel weaker, more tired, or less energetic isn't just old age. It's what's on their plate, or rather, what's missing from it. The real issue starts slowly. You wake up one day and notice your arms feel softer, your legs aren't as steady, and walking up a few stairs makes you breathe a little heavier. You think, well, I'm just getting older. But that's not entirely true. What's really happening is that your body is losing muscle because it's not being fed properly. And the number one culprit, low protein intake. See, muscle is a living tissue. It's constantly breaking down and rebuilding. When you were younger, that rebuilding happened almost effortlessly. Your body used protein efficiently, your hormones were at their peak, and recovery after activity was quick. But as we age, our muscles become what we call anabolic resistant. That means they need more high-quality protein and proper stimulation to rebuild. The problem is, most older adults actually eat less protein than they did in their younger years. Breakfast becomes a slice of toast and tea. Lunch is maybe a bowl of soup or rice. Dinner is light because you don't feel hungry. Over time, that adds up to a massive nutrient gap, and that gap slowly eats away at your strength, mobility, and vitality. Think about it this way. Your body is like a car. When you were 30, you could fill it up with regular fuel and drive anywhere. At 60, you need premium fuel to keep it running smoothly. But if you keep giving it half a tank, or worse, poor quality fuel, it's not going to perform. You'll still move, but not with the same power, not with the same confidence. You'll start avoiding things that used to be easy. Maybe you stop going for walks because your knees hurt, or you skip lifting groceries because your arms feel weak. This isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Losing strength affects how you feel about yourself. You start believing that decline is natural and unavoidable, when in reality, it's largely preventable. Now, here's something powerful to understand. Your muscles don't care how old you are. They respond to what you give them. If you feed them enough protein, move them regularly, and rest them properly, they will grow and stay strong. I've worked with people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who've rebuilt muscle, gained energy, and reversed years of weakness, simply by changing how they eat and move. The first step was always awareness, recognizing that the problem isn't aging itself, but undernourishment and inactivity. Let's get specific. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's for anyone who wants to stay functional and independent. Every cell in your body depends on amino acids, the building blocks of protein, for repair and recovery. Without enough, your muscles shrink, your bones weaken, your immune system falters, and even your brain starts to feel foggy. That's why you can't afford to skip protein-rich foods. You don't have to eat giant steaks or loads of sardines if you don't like them. Eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, cottage cheese, tofu, and chicken breast are all excellent sources that are easy to digest and prepare. And if you really struggle to eat enough, a simple protein shake can make all the difference. But here's the tricky part. Your appetite often changes as you get older. Many people just don't feel as hungry, so they eat smaller portions and fewer meals. That's okay, but it means every bite you take must count. Every meal should have a good source of protein and some nutrient-dense carbs and fats. A small breakfast of eggs or Greek yogurt beats a big bowl of sugary cereal any day. A handful of nuts and a banana in the afternoon can be a perfect bridge between meals. The goal isn't to eat more, it's to eat smarter. And let's not forget movement. When your body isn't being challenged physically, your muscles lose their reason to grow. Pairing protein intake with resistance exercises, like using resistance bands, light dumbbells, or even body weight, creates the perfect environment for rebuilding strength. Without movement, even the best diet won't save your muscle mass. Without nutrition, Even the best exercise won't yield results. They go hand in hand. If you're sitting there thinking, I've already lost too much muscle, let me stop you right there. You haven't. You can rebuild it. It might take time and it might take patience, but the body is incredibly adaptable. I've seen seniors in their late 70s double their leg strength in months just by eating more protein and doing basic resistance training 3 times a week. The science is clear. Age doesn't stop muscle growth. Neglect does. So, what's the takeaway here? The real problem isn't that you're aging. It's that you're not fueling your body to handle the aging process. When you undereat, your body starts breaking down its own muscle for energy. That's like burning the furniture in your house to stay warm. It works temporarily, but it destroys your structure from the inside. Once you start eating enough protein, moving regularly, and giving your body what it needs, you'll feel a difference in weeks. You'll stand taller, feel more stable, and have more confidence in your body's ability to do what you ask of it. So please, stop believing that weakness is inevitable after 60. It's not, it's reversible. The first step is simple. Start giving your muscles what they've been asking for all along: nourishment, movement, and care. The power to stay strong, capable, and youthful is already inside you. You just have to feed it. When people think about building muscle, they often imagine heavy weights, supplements, and complicated diets. But the truth is, nature already gave us the tools we need: real, whole foods. The power of natural muscle foods is often overlooked because we've been conditioned to think that if something comes in a fancy bottle or shiny wrapper, it must be more effective. Yet, the foods that build strong, lean muscle and support a healthy, youthful body are sitting right there in your kitchen. For people over 60, this truth is even more important because your body isn't just trying to build muscle, it's trying to preserve it against time. Protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken breast, lentils, and cottage cheese are among the most underrated heroes of muscle health. They don't just fill you up, they provide the amino acids your body needs to repair and grow muscle tissue after daily activity or light exercise. Many people think sardines or fish are the only sources of healthy protein because of all the talk about omega-3 fats, but if you don't enjoy them, you won't eat them consistently. That's why finding foods you actually like matters more than following a trendy diet. Consistency beats perfection every time. The goal isn't to force yourself to eat something you dislike, it's to create a sustainable way of eating that helps you stay strong for life. Now, let's talk about how these natural foods actually work in your body. When you eat protein, your digestive system breaks it down into amino acids. These amino acids are like building blocks. Your body uses them to repair muscle fibers that get slightly damaged during movement or exercise. This repair process is what makes your muscles grow stronger and denser. But as we age, that process slows down. Your muscles need a stronger signal to trigger growth. And that signal comes from 2 things: protein intake and resistance activity. That's why a balanced diet with sufficient protein and regular exercise can reignite your muscle-building machinery even after 60. Let's break it down with some examples. Start your morning with a couple of boiled eggs or a bowl of Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of nuts. This combo gives you high-quality protein, antioxidants, and healthy fats, all essential for maintaining muscle and joint health. For lunch, a serving of grilled chicken breast with some brown rice and steamed vegetables gives your body the fuel it needs to stay energized. And for dinner, something simple like lentil soup or cottage cheese with a piece of fruit can keep your muscles fed overnight. These aren't fancy meals, but they're powerful because they're real, balanced, and nutrient-dense. What's truly remarkable is that these foods don't just help with muscle. They support your entire system. Protein improves satiety, which means you'll feel fuller for longer and be less likely to snack on unhealthy options. The healthy fats in nuts, eggs, and yogurt support hormone balance, which is critical for maintaining strength and vitality after 60. And if you include foods rich in micronutrients like spinach for magnesium, bananas for potassium, or berries for antioxidants, you're feeding your muscles and your cells. When your nutrition improves, you don't just look better, you feel younger, sharper, and more resilient. Now, hydration is another critical piece that people often ignore. Muscles are about 70% water. When you're dehydrated, muscle recovery slows down, your joints ache, and fatigue hits faster. Drinking enough water throughout the day, especially before and after meals, helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. Herbal teas, clear soups, and fruits like watermelon or oranges can also contribute to hydration without you even noticing. One big mistake I see older adults make is avoiding certain foods because they think they're too heavy or too much for their age. That mindset can quietly sabotage your health. For example, skipping protein at dinner because you're afraid it'll make you gain weight is the opposite of what your body needs. Muscle is metabolically active. It helps you burn calories even when you're resting. The more muscle you maintain, the better your metabolism functions, and the easier it becomes to manage your weight. So instead of fearing food, learn to use it strategically. A palm-sized portion of protein at each meal is a simple rule of thumb that works wonders. And here's another tip that can make a world of difference. Timing. Many older adults eat the majority of their protein in one meal, often dinner. But your body can only use a certain amount of protein for muscle repair at one time. The rest is simply converted into energy. Spreading your protein intake evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner gives your muscles a steady supply of amino acids all day long. Think of it like watering a plant. It's better to give it a little water consistently rather than dumping a bucket once a day. Natural foods also have the advantage of being kind to your digestive system. Highly processed supplements or artificial shakes can sometimes upset your stomach or cause bloating. Whole foods, on the other hand, come with fiber, vitamins, and enzymes that help your body absorb nutrients better. If you ever decide to use a protein powder, make sure it's just a supplement, not a replacement. Real food should always be the foundation of your nutrition. It's also worth mentioning that your mindset plays a huge role here. Many people think eating healthy means giving up flavor or enjoyment, but that's far from the truth. You can spice up your eggs with herbs, mix fruit into your yogurt, or add olive oil to your veggies. Eating should be satisfying, not stressful. When you enjoy your food, you stick with it, and when you stick with it, results follow naturally. The key idea here is that natural foods are powerful because they work with your body, not against it. They don't just help you build muscle, they help you keep it. And the longer you keep your muscle, the better you age. Strong muscles mean better balance, stronger bones, faster recovery, and a longer, more independent life. Every bite of real food you take is an investment in that future. So if you've been thinking that your best days are behind you, think again. Every meal is a chance to rebuild your body from the inside out. You don't need exotic superfoods or expensive powders. You just need real, natural foods that your body understands. Eggs, lentils, yogurt, chicken, nuts. Simple, powerful, proven. Eat them consistently, and you'll be amazed at how much stronger, more energetic, and more confident you feel. Remember, nature already gave you the tools, you just have to use them. Building muscle and maintaining strength after 60 isn't about perfection or complicated routines. It's about small, simple habits done consistently. People often think they need to overhaul their entire lifestyle overnight to see results, but the truth is much simpler. The real power lies in creating a few key habits that you can actually stick to for the long run. Your body doesn't need extreme changes. It needs steady, consistent care. You don't need to act like an athlete. You just need to treat your body like it still matters, because it does. Let's start with the foundation. How you begin your day. Mornings are powerful because they set the tone for everything that follows. If you start your day with intention, your energy and mindset will follow that rhythm. The first habit to master is eating a protein-rich breakfast. It doesn't have to be complicated. Scramble 2 eggs with vegetables, or grab a bowl of Greek yogurt with fruit and a handful of nuts. That one small change gives your muscles the nutrients they need to recover, and it keeps your energy stable throughout the day. Skipping breakfast, on the other hand, signals your body to slow down metabolism, store fat, and use muscle for energy. That's the exact opposite of what you want, especially after 60. Your goal is to preserve muscle, not lose it. The second major habit is movement. You don't have to lift heavy weights or join an expensive gym. In fact, many people see incredible results just by using resistance bands, doing light dumbbell work, or using their own body weight for resistance. Push-ups against a wall, squats to a chair, and slow, controlled movements can make a massive difference. The key is not intensity, it's consistency. Doing 15 minutes of focused resistance training 3 to 4 times a week is far more powerful than going all out once a month. Your muscles respond best to regular, gentle stimulation. When you move your body consistently, your brain also stays sharper, your blood circulation improves, and your joints stay lubricated. You're not just building muscle, you're building resilience. One thing people forget is the role of rest and recovery. At 60 and beyond, recovery becomes just as important as the workout itself. Your body needs time to repair muscle fibers, regulate hormones, and restore energy. That's why quality sleep is non-negotiable. A solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep allows your body to rebuild what you've worked for during the day. Think of sleep as your secret training session. It's when all the real muscle-building magic happens. Without it, even the best diet and exercise routine will fall short. So make your sleep environment calm, cool, and dark, and limit screens an hour before bed. Those small adjustments can make a big difference. Another habit that matters more than most people realize is hydration. Muscles can't function properly without enough water. Dehydration slows recovery, weakens strength, and even affects your balance. Make it a rule to drink a glass of water when you wake up, another before each meal, and one more before bedtime. You can also include herbal teas, soups, and water-rich fruits, like oranges or cucumbers, to keep your hydration levels up. Remember, every muscle contraction, every heartbeat, every bit of energy your body produces, it all depends on water. Now, let's talk about mindset. This one might surprise you, but it's absolutely crucial. You can have the best plan in the world, but if you don't believe in it or in yourself, you won't stick with it. Many people over 60 carry the mindset that it's too late to start, or that their body won't respond anymore. That belief is what truly limits progress, not age. The truth is, your body is remarkably adaptive. It doesn't care if you're 20, 40, or 70. It responds to what you do today. If you nourish it, move it, and rest it, it will reward you with more energy, more strength, and more life. Every step you take, every healthy meal you eat, every good night's sleep, it all adds up. Let's not forget another essential element: routine. The best way to make habits stick is to attach them to something you already do daily. For example, after brushing your teeth in the morning, drink a glass of water. After your morning coffee, do 5 minutes of light stretching or resistance work. Before dinner, take a 10-minute walk. When habits are linked to existing routines, they become automatic. You don't have to rely on motivation, you rely on structure. And structure builds results. Here's another powerful principle: progress over perfection. Some days you'll feel motivated, and other days you won't. That's okay. What matters most is that you show up anyway. Even if all you do is a few push-ups or eat one balanced meal, that's progress. The body doesn't need massive effort in one day. It needs consistent effort every day. Think of it like planting seeds. You water them daily, give them sunlight, and over time they grow strong roots. Your muscles and habits work the same way. Little actions done consistently create big changes over time. Don't underestimate the power of community either. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to stay active and eat well. Join a walking group, take a fitness class, or even involve family members in your routine. Accountability helps you stay on track, and social interaction keeps your mind healthy too. Remember, health isn't just physical, it's emotional and mental as well. And lastly, celebrate small wins. Did you add an extra rep to your exercise? Did you choose a protein-rich meal instead of skipping lunch? Did you drink enough water today? Celebrate that. Progress isn't measured only by numbers on a scale or visible muscles. It's measured by how you feel, how you move, and how you live. Every positive decision reinforces your identity as someone who takes care of their body. That self-belief is the ultimate fuel for long-term success. The beauty of these simple habits is that they compound. Eating protein, moving your body, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and maintaining a positive mindset, each one supports the other. Together, they create a strong, energized, and capable version of you that can last a lifetime. The magic isn't in doing more, it's in doing the right things consistently. So start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Because when you commit to small daily actions, your body rewards you in ways you never thought possible. Strength, confidence, vitality, they're not out of reach. They're just a few good habits away. So here's your mission. Starting today, eat for your muscles, move for your strength, and live like your body matters because it absolutely does. You've got one body, one shot. Make it count.